Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is July 20th, 2011. Let's get right into the charts here. There's a lot to cover. Let's start off with the ES futures. Here's the E-mini S&P 500 E-mini futures. They're trading up about six and a half, 6 3/4 at the moment. So 6.5 points, say, at the moment, 1328. Markets carrying over from yesterday's big rally. Yesterday was a super rally. Did lack volume though, and that should be noted. Really lack of volume on yesterday's rally, but nonetheless, point-wise, it was just a big move in the market. A couple things to go over. The U.S. dollar index actually rallied higher yesterday off the lows. It still ended lower and is trading down about 38 cents today, so that will help inflate the markets a little bit. But there was a pretty good move yesterday in the U.S. dollar index, and I'll show you here. Right around 10 o'clock or so, the dollar did make a pretty good move, but the market did not budge. In fact, the market traded higher, which is a little bit of a change from what we normally see. So we'll have to see if the dollar relationship is going to remain intact. A lot of times the market and the dollar can trade higher for short periods of time. However, it really doesn't last all that long. But it did trade higher in late 2009, early 2010. The dollar and the market traded higher together. And then it did go back to its inverse relationship. So again, we got to watch for that, and we'll see how that plays out. But very important. You did have a huge move last night on Apple Computer. That was a pretty good pop on Apple, trading right around the 400 level, just below it after earnings. This stock now is very stretched. Very tough to buy Apple up here. Okay, so just realize it probably needs to pull back. Take a look at the daily chart. This is super extended. It's now going to be all the way up at 400 bucks. So again, you want to watch Apple now and let it pull back or let it consolidate. Still a great company. They blew out numbers. Again, they're known for, what they call sandbagging in the market. They come out with these weak numbers that they're going to post, and they come out and they blow the number away. They do that every single quarter. But nonetheless, Apple now is very extended. If it wasn't already, it is super extended now. I love the company. It's a great company, but needs to pull back. Okay, let's take a look at some other things that were getting hit during earnings. One is Riverbed. Take note of this one because this one could be affecting other stocks. Okay, Riverbed is a major networking computing company, very similar to F5. This stock also is in that cloud computing space. So cloud stocks could come under a little bit of pressure if they're in a networking sector. Let me show you what F5 is doing this morning. F5 did not report earnings, but nonetheless, stock is getting hit a little bit because of Riverbed. Now, Riverbed was down big. Traders should take note of the $29 level for Riverbed. Okay, Riverbed will have a lot of support at $29. So far yesterday, $30 was defended. If it does sell off, watch the 29 level. There should be a lot of support there. Possible trade if you're an aggressive trader. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of other names here. Chipotle Mexican Grill. They reported earnings yesterday as well. That stock did get hit. Let me get the right symbol in there. CMG. That stock did get hit initially. Has rebounded quite a bit. Okay, yesterday closed at 333.71. Right now trading at around 324. So again, this is a thin stock. Thin stock meaning it doesn't trade heavy volume, but the stock is getting hit today. Was down much more yesterday, right after the earnings were announced. Okay, let's take a look at VMware. This stock reported earnings that were better than expected, and you'll see did have a nice big move higher. Yesterday, VMware closed at 106.02. Today, it's trading around 112, 111.50 this morning. So again, keep your eye on that one. But that is also another stock in that cloud computing space. So we'll see how that plays out. But so far, so good. I think VMware is extended here. Okay, so I know it had a nice little pop. Looks good. The stock has been very strong, but I don't really see it going up much more than here. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. Okay, let's take a look at YHOO. YHOO also reported earnings. Again, YHOO's kind of a non-factor name now. Yesterday closed at 14.59. Today it's trading at 14.28. Nobody's really expecting anything out of YHOO. It's kind of gone by the way of Microsoft and Cisco for the most part. It seems like it's just an old ancient tech name, internet play that really just doesn't get a lot of buzz. It's a more of a it's like having a bowl of sugar on the table. It's a commodity. Yeah, you're going to use it, but is there any real growth there? No, the truth of the matter, there really isn't. So, again, can't make too much out of YHOO. Now, let's take a look at what's going on in the commodity sector. GLD yesterday, pretty good sell-off yesterday. GLD traded closed at 154.66. Today it's right there, not really moving much. So you had that big sell-off. Gold is down this morning, but remember, it did sell off after the COMEX was gold closed on the COMEX yesterday. So just realize nothing really going on in gold this morning, but you did have that afternoon sell-off in gold yesterday. Same goes for silver. Silver yesterday closed at SLV closed at 38.01. Today trading at 37. Looks like 37.76. So just realize you did have a pretty good little drop there in silver yesterday. Okay, so again, these commodities could come under some pressure, but nonetheless, the precious metals selling off a little bit. We'll see if they do decline today. I'm really not sure how these metals are going to play out at the moment. Let's take a look at USO, which is really a good way to trade oil these days in the short term. USO today is trading up a little bit. Yesterday closed at 38.25. Today it's trading at 38.65. So pretty good move there. Now there's some chatter out there if the IEA is going to release some strategic oil reserves, and I think that's more bluff than anything, just trying to keep oil prices contained. So we'll see how that plays out. But right now it looks like the market is bidding oil up a little bit, at least ahead of the opening bell this morning, and we'll see how that plays out. I really don't see anything terrible or great for oil right now. Could trade higher in my opinion. I would not be surprised to see oil go back to $100 a barrel. That is very, very possible. So let's just see how that plays out. But right now, what I think is going on, you're getting a lot of games saying, oh, we're going to release more strategic oil reserves, and they really don't want to do that. But I think that's just a way of baiting the market. But right now, spot crude is trading up $1.21 to 98 and change a barrel. I really think that $100 marker is very, very possible. Okay, that about covers everything that I wanted to go over this morning. The problems in Europe are still there. Nothing has changed. I know we didn't really talk about them today, but I think the ECB is coming out with the bailout fund, and that's going to cover things, but it's just a matter of time. So again, it's like a ticking time bomb. We never know when it's going to go off. As for the U.S. debt ceiling, the Senate's cutting a deal. The House of Representatives has a different deal. Cut cap and balance, that's not going to pass. The president said he'll veto it. It's like a soap opera here. The end result is somehow, some way, they'll raise that debt ceiling. Even though I really, personally, I think why have a debt ceiling if all you're going to do is keep raising it? But in any case, we'll see where it goes. As traders, we don't even care about that stuff. We just trade what's in front of us on the charts and look to capitalize, regardless if it's on the long side, the short side, or if it's on the flat side. So again, once again, use the charts, forget all the noise, watch that dollar, we'll see if it's still in play today, and if that inverse relationship will play out. Have a great day, everybody. Those of you in the chat room, I'll see you on the charts at 9:30. Take care now.